Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith, providing premium meteorology for the northern mid-Atlantic. And again, as of this morning and this afternoon, a lot of people throwing papers and whatever just into the fire here. We've got Chilly Willy. It's been a chilly willy, windy day across the Northeast, and we've had snow in the air as forecasted, and we're going to get into that right now. This is the brief convective outlook, and a little bit of an overview coming up for the rest of the weekend into early next week as well. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. Saturday afternoon, evening edition here on the 9th of May, 2020. And the one thing I noticed today is that, I spackled a little bit, taking down some lighting in the kitchen, getting ready to put up some LED lighting that's going to arrive in about a week or so. And, we got the fire burning tonight, and you're going to need it because we have freeze warnings in effect. We're going to get into all of this right now. From MPing actually, which is meteorological precipitation reporting ground areas here, where all of the observation stations are these people who are, scientific scientists, and they're reporting the snow across northwestern New Jersey, the Poconos, southeastern New York. You can see these are live reports over the last couple of hours here of snow reaching the ground. Now, again, earlier today, we reported that New York City reported snow in the air early this morning, and that was also recorded back in 1977. So on this actual day, May 9th, 1977, there was snow in the air in northeastern New Jersey, the Hudson River Valley, New York City, and we can see by the MPEG reports coming in this afternoon that that is virtually the case. Start out with our local hazards here for tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, we're going to go into a freeze, and we've got freeze warnings in effect here across portions of Kingston, Poughkeepsie, Newburgh, Beacon, Middletown, all of northwestern New Jersey, excepting, let's say, just outside of Parsippany, and then down to just away from the immediate coastline here. But then we have small craft advisories for inundation of water here along the coastlines here. And from Trenton to Philadelphia, it's probably not going to get below freezing, but in interior northeastern Pennsylvania and Allentown, 1,215 feet, 960 feet. Yeah, you get it. And southern New England here, southern interior Connecticut here in the Hudson River Valley area, and then Baltimore, Washington. These areas here are in frost advisories. And it's cold. It is cold. Surface observations late this afternoon show temperatures here in the 30s, upper 30s. And Mount Pocono here is at 34 degrees, dew point 23. And a west wind at about 20 miles per hour, and it's gusting to 25 miles per hour. But we've got some stronger gusts here still as this trough axis passes through. We've got gusts into the 20s and 30s here across the region as the upper trough axis crosses through, and skies clear out this evening. But let me tell you something, it's going to be cold. Cold, like Chilly Willy. Well, thankfully, we have no power outages today, but we still have very strong wind gusts here in the 15, 20, 25, 30 mile per hour range across the region. And if we check the wind chill temperature, let's try and check the wind chill temperature now at about 415, 430. It feels like it's already in the low to mid and upper 20s here in northwestern New Jersey and back into Pennsylvania. A lot of these stations not reporting in just yet. Normal highs are around 70 degrees. So we're in the upper 30s and upper 40s here to around 50. So we're 20 degrees below where we should be for this time of the year. Let's take a look at the maximum wind gusts coming up right now. And this would be over the period of the day where we had wind gusts into the 20s and 30s. Even into the 40s here along the coast, naturally because of the ocean water temperatures being so cool and that cold, dry air. Well, steep lapse rates anyway, running over the top of the colder waters. Storm Prediction Center's mesoscale analysis, we're looking at the low-level water vapor, low-level lapse rates from 0 to 3 kilometers here. Now, in an atmosphere where, you go from the surface of the ground up through the atmosphere, basically what you're going to find by per 1,000 feet, anything that's over 5.5 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet is considered unstable. This is very unstable this afternoon, and that's why we continue to see spokes of the moisture coming in from off the Great Lakes here into northwestern New Jersey, into the New York City area, the Hudson River Valley area, with temperatures of 9.5 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet. This is a very unstable atmosphere. And if we take a look at the, this is the low-level lapse rates. Now, the mid-level lapse rates, they're very interesting as well because they started out okay, marginal, 5.5, and they started to deteriorate. And as we got into this evening hours, this is where, all of the cold air is locked in and located. And you can see this convective nature of the pop-up showers, in this case, snow showers, racing downwind of the Great Lakes. Another thing I like to look at is the 300 millibar jet structure, and then this in purple here, the magentas, this is upper level divergence. And when you have that divergence here, this is where the heavier snow showers have been located, and that's what NPing people are reporting today. Things are going to calm down tonight, but as this upper trough passes through, we still have snowflakes in the air here. Yeah, these are snow showers in the air here as of late this afternoon. And of course, I was driving around through, Home Depot and, a bunch of other places. And people are remarking to me in the local hardware store that was in the 1800s here in my town, family that owns it. And of course, they have the coronavirus station set up. It's an old hardware store, so everything is old, basically. The woodwork, the building, yeah. And it'd be old if it were from the 1800s. And that's when the building went up, and that's when the hardware store went up. I wanted, paint for the ceiling, repair things. Wow. Benjamin Moore is very expensive today. Regal owns it now. It's like $50 a gallon for paint. Ugh. I bought it anyway. Support your local businesses as much as you can. And the gentleman from, the hardware store was saying to me, wow, we have snow? And I'm like, yeah. And it happened also on the same day back in 1977. I got the theme song in my head from that cartoon, Chilly Willy, the penguin. Oh gee, oh gosh, it's chilly all the time in my brains. And then I've also got Whistle While You Work in my brains too, so very interesting person I am. Indeed, here comes the cold air convection. This is the low-level water vapor this afternoon, and you can see all that cold air spinning around this upper-level low here over Nova Scotia. And all that cold air driving in from the Great Lakes, and drying is on the way behind this trough line axis that's coming through this evening. So yeah, there'll be some spokes of snow, showers, and that's about that. This upper level low now is over North Dakota, and there's got a lot of upper level divergence and diffluence going on here. And look at this with our sold out frontal boundary. Look at this convection here, just off the coast of Mexico and into, all this outflow boundaries now in the water vapor showing up. Very, very, very interesting. Let's take a look at the National Mosaic Radar. Here's the rain now coming into the upper Midwest here with our upper level low. And look at this, all these poppy snow showers and convective looking stratocumulus clouds coming over the New York City area this afternoon and evening. And of course, we're not seeing much here because the radars are too far away from the ocean waters here, but this is a lot of precipitation going on in here in the Gulf. Surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows our storm system heading away into Nova Scotia. Trough line axis coming through the last hour through southern New England here into Pennsylvania. Once this passes through, things are going to calm down. Notice the tight pressure gradient here with these isobars on the pressures. Yeah, because it's the difference between this storm here and high pressure across the southern plains into the Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley area. And look, we still have this old frontal boundary here, and this is acting upon moisture convergence here, and that's providing a lot of moisture here and outflow boundaries here with the precipitation out into the Gulf. Here's our upper level low across the North Dakota area, South Dakota area, and a warm front is trying to develop in here. It's trying to, between this and this and this, and then cold front, another cold front, and look, we got temperatures again in the 90s, almost 100 degrees in spots this afternoon across these areas. Even in Mexico, we've got temperatures here in the Baja into the 90s. Yes, we do. We forecasted that. And it's about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock here in the eastern United States, and temperatures are still quite chilly here in Florida, if you call that chilly, under a May sunshine in the mid and upper 70s and lower 80s here. But look, the Baja of California into northern western Mexico here in the Baja, well, that's where temperatures are basically in the upper 90s and lower 100s. So that doesn't look too bad. 24-hour temperature change, well, where the upper level low is, it's down negative 20, 25 degrees from the last 24 hours. It's also cooled down quite substantially here in the Northeast, obviously, with that polar air coming in right now. It's even it's quite chillier here in the coastlines of the Carolinas down through northern and central Florida. And it's only like 1 or 2 degrees near or above normal here, so that's not too significant. And of course, with all this moisture influx coming in from Mexico and the Baja, Mexico, the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula here, and into the Gulf regions where temperatures are some 10, 15, 20, 25 degrees below where they were. But look at the spikes here, where the temperatures are in the hundreds now. Ah, in Mexico's interior. Indeed. European from this morning's 500 millibar analysis, which is the 500 millibar geopotential height anomalies. We can see one spoke leaving tonight, another spoke coming in on Monday, and yet a third spoke coming in on Tuesday. And then we go zonal. And we warm. Yay! We warm. I'd caution you, though. This configuration right here looks subjective to me for not the greatest of things. This would be where the greatest warmth is, and look at the upper level low and the 500 millibar height anomalies here off the west coast. So that pumps the ridge through southern central Canada into the Gulf regions here in central and southern Midwest down into Texas and parts of Mexico, obviously, in the deeper south. And then, of course, here in the Northeast, well, still got a little bit of troughing here through the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. Much better, though, than it has been. I mean, you go from this, which is really cold, to this as we get to May 19th. That looks better to me. It should look like better to you as well. Well, it surely proved to be a very interesting day in terms of temperatures here across the northern mid-Atlantic, because from Boston all the way down to the northern mid-Atlantic, it was like 15, 20 degrees below normal. Tomorrow on Mother's Day, yes, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. If you're a mother, God bless you for giving us birth and for watching over us, actually, all of us, all the time. No matter where you are, happy Mother's Day to everyone who is a mother celebrating tomorrow. And if you're not a mother and you're a child, you need to make sure that you take care of your mother. Low 60s, mid 60s tomorrow. And here comes the rain. Here comes another cold front on Monday. Temperatures in the 60s to lower mid 60s here. And then, you can see where the temperature changes here across Pennsylvania are happening here, and that transitions into Tuesday, where temperatures are much below normal again. Normal highs are around 70, 72 degrees, so it's going to be cold, but we rebound on Wednesday with the zonal flow temperatures in the upper around 60, 65 degrees, not too bad. We get back into the mid and upper 60s to lower 70s on Thursday, and look at this. Normal, upper 60s to mid and upper 70s on Friday of next week. Hallelujah. For the I-95 corridor from New York down to Philly for tomorrow, Sunday, we're still 7, 8 degrees below normal. On Monday, we're going to be 11 to 12, 13 degrees. And even if you get into Pennsylvania, it's like 16 to 19 degrees below normal. Tuesday, the same thing, 14, 15 degrees below normal. These are below normal for daytime highs. And then by the time we get to Wednesday, we're still 7, 10, 11 degrees below normal. But look, things really rise up. As we get to Thursday, we're just 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees below normal. And finally, we're above normal by a degree or 2 or 5 or 7 across the region by next Friday. Good stuff. So cuddle, huddle, and love your loved ones. What is this, week 9 here of COVID? Unemployment is a mess. But if we look at Chilly Willy, he's got the fireplace burning, and he's shredding old documents from a book. I just love it. Yep. Sing a happy tune, folks. It's Saturday night, and everything is going to be all right. We'll get by. We'll get going, and we'll get on it. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith with premium meteorology for the northern mid-Atlantic, 24 hours a day. And tomorrow morning is going to be a special day because it's Mother's Day. And of course, this weekend is actually Mother's Day for a lot of people. So if you're celebrating your mom, either past or present, please show your love. Cuddle, huddle, and love. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Have a good evening, folks.